really, really would never want to be that girl I was before. You know, sometimes life stops you and says, you're going to learn it or you're checking out. And I became very suicidal. And I had a friend, a sweet, brave friend, who pushed a brochure across my kitchen counter to me one day and said it was a sexual assault survivors support group. And she pushed it across the table. And I was not in a place, I was not as warm then. I was very walled up. And,
Sure.
you know, I had a lot to protect. And she pushed it across the table and she said, I'm not saying this has happened to you. I'm saying that if it has happened to you, and I think that it may have, this might be a place that can help you. So that, one, stopped me in my tracks because I was humiliated. I felt like this big cover that I had of I have it all together. It's good, right? I was working in radio and TV at the time.
I'm not as good at this as I thought I was.
And I was, you know, competing in these, you know, in the Miss America system. And I just thought I had it all together, right? Well, I knew I didn't have it together, but I thought everybody else thought I had it together. And that was not true. So I felt outed. I felt all of a sudden very exposed. But she was so grounded in the way that she did it that I couldn't really deny it. And I thought for a second, and I said to her, oh no, thank you, but
This isn't for me.
I am not about to be one of those people who sits in a room with a bunch of other crying people and whines about bad things that happen. I'm not going to do it. And she was kind of like, yeah, okay, you better. But she moved on. And then I found myself in the parking lot about 3 weeks in a row of that support group, sitting in the parking lot going,
Wow.
just go in, just go in. No, you're not one of those people. You don't need that. And finally, I think it was like week 4, I was like, all right, well, we're not going to come sit creepily in the parking lot again. We're going to get out of the car and we're going to go in there. And you don't have to say anything, but you do have to sit and listen. And I started to hear other people say the things that I thought, but I wasn't brave enough to say. And I was like, I got to do something with this. And so, and I knew I was kind of on borrowed time. And once
Like a short fuse.
Yeah, I just knew that I didn't have the resources and the support to keep going. And the pain was so unbearable. And really the thought of feeling so broken and feeling like I would never get back to the girl I was before. I would never be, so fun and fancy free and just feeling untouchable in some way. And now, and I've spoken about this before, so I'll keep it brief, but I really do think that was such a turning point for me because I would never want to be that girl I was before.